Shalom. First off, I'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Ruach Kodash, the Why Yahweh for giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who have the 100% spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai in them. Double honors to the CT bishops, elders of GMS, our big brothers. Greetings and salutations to the brothers in this country and all over the world who are prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. Shalom to the Akim and Akwith. I'm Yahikwab, Lord willing, serving the King of the universe. The title of the show is going to be called Brink of Collapse. We are at the brink of collapse. And, just going with the spirit here, I'll try to look up some things. Not try, but I don't even know really what to bring out. Just going to go with the spirit. Not going to, not to make it too long. But anyway, brink of collapse, man, because this is where we're at. Two things. Number one is the queen, that whatever, she ain't no fucking queen, but that bitch Elizabeth died. And I always remember when I first got into the truth back in 08, March of 08, when the Lord woke me up to his truth. And I was, studying societies, esoteric societies, secret societies, the shadow government. One of the things of the New World Order they were saying is that, of course, they want the one monetary system, which we know what that is, the MOTB. They want one rule of law. They want one religion. And they want one king. And, that goes back to the, one of the theories were that in the last steps of the New World Order, they were going to introduce a king, a new king. The thing I looked at back then was saying like somewhat Henry, I believe it is. I don't follow these idiots, but I believe it's Henry. Not Henry. Edward, I forget their names. Henry's the younger brother, but comment board, you guys, Lord willing, can correct me. I forget the older brother. But it's not even him. It would be his father, And that's what's actually happening now with the death. So I remember that was going to be one of the last steps of the New World Order, and that they were going to introduce that as the king of New World, and that was one of the last steps. And what else? So that's one thing I kind of picked up from this situation. And not to say it's going to happen that way, but we already know, and we already know that, of course, if you're in the know, dealing with psyops, whatever have you, and we're dealing with the devil, with his Urim and Thummim and his TV. I've done many shows on the media that you really can't believe anything you see on the media, man. So there's reports out there that she died years ago. She's already dead. Queen Elizabeth I'm talking about. Or there's other reports that she's still alive and that she fled underground. Because you have a lot of people knowing what's about to happen. You have a lot of whistleblowers out there saying a nuclear war is inevitable, and that's why, the elites and higher ups, they're jumping ship. You got a lot of even down to the FBI agents and the CIA agents. They're already moving out of America. A lot of people are moving out of America. I forget what that is. They should flee to their own land. I forget what that is. Is that Isaiah 2nd chapter? So that's one major thing I know, that shit's about to hit the fan, with this so-called death of hers, and I haven't looked more into it. I'm about to look at more videos afterwards, or later today or tonight. But about what this signifies. But it's all it's all planned. This is all planned. But the thing is, you either, to people in the know, you figure out later, like a week or two later, what they're actually planning, or we'll see. But anyway, another thing is that a brother, Karata Zakba, out of the Mississippi camp, a beloved brother of ours, he posted something he posted something going into Chicago. They basically have become lawless as of I believe January 1st, and it's pretty heavy. Basically a purge, and we always talked about that. And he posted a list of a non-detainable crimes, or non-offensive crimes that the police won't be answering anymore. And I kind of try to remember, but of course one of the main ones was murder, second-degree murder. So if you keep second-degree murder after January 1st, nobody's gonna come after you, man. These are the times that we always talked about, man. It's gonna be a purge out here. Like they tell you to give you messages in your movies. What else? Burglary, robbery, breaking in someone's home. Nobody's going to be answering these calls. Aggravated assault. You know what I mean? All these things. And that's why we always say that you women, you about to see how. Let's see the woman king. I want to see her survive in these days. I want to see the woman king come up, because that's what they're portraying these last days in these fucking movies about what you women can do. But we about to see. So, or the Xena warrior princess, where is she going to step up to the plate? And all these movies depict these women as warriors, but we're going to see these these warrior women in these last days, because they don't fucking exist. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm thinking about one real quick, man. Let me get this one. So basically, to say that, we're in a brink of collapse, and we're right there. And we just got to hold on. Well, we must. There's no choice to hold on to Yahweh Shai in his faith and trust in him in these days, man. But we're really about to see who the tough guys are. It's not about. I'm not saying it to be tough myself. I'm just saying, as far as the other guys popping that shit on the comment board, talking about it against the apostles, or who the real men of the Lord are. Because the real tough guys are the ones that believe in Yahweh Shai. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." All right. And perilous means, I looked it up, going into what? Grave danger, man. Grave danger. Savagery. All right, we're about to come into some savage times, man. Savagery times. A lot of danger out there. I just saw another post in Chicago. A little girl got kidnapped right in front of her mother, just by a simple question. I forgot what the question was. The question was, it was a woman and her daughter walking, and a man came up, and they have a picture of this actually happening, right? Maybe from a security camera. The guy came up and said, "Hey, is your daughter for sale? Is your daughter for sale?" And then tried to kidnap the daughter. These are the times we're coming into, man. All right? And it's all being orchestrated and planned by the elite banking families, the devils of the earth. Okay? All right? So that was one right there. Let me get, if I can remember where it is, I think it's in Isaiah. Egypt should be like unto women. I gotta look for it real quick. Salak. I think it's in Isaiah. Salak out there. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 19. My verse start from 1. It says, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come unto Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. And this is what time we're approaching at the end of the day. That's what the Lord said. What if it already be kindled? What's already kindled? The destruction and mayhem of society. You know, the uproars of the people, the sedition among men. Okay, and like I was just posted, the beloved brother, GMS page master out of that page posted again a list of crimes or undetainable crimes that you could commit, and you're not going to get any help. Again, murder, robbery, aggravated assault. All right. So if a bitch get fly kicked by a dude, guess what? Your boyfriend's not gonna get, your boyfriend 911 or your favorite number is not gonna be there to help you out. Or any case, any scenario, no matter what gender you are, there will be no help. Even for murder, second-degree murder. So this is the burden that's gonna come upon Egypt, America, man. All right. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and the Lord's gonna come, man. Because we're on an all-time. It's gonna get worse. We're about to approach the worst times ever known in man's history. All right, and that's a big statement of all the stuff that's going, all the hell, you know, that's went in the Bible, man. The Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, Pompeii, which Apostle R just did something on that, how they got destroyed. Israel being sacked in 70 A.D. You know, so on and so forth, man. Worse than Israel being carted over in slave ships like sardine cans. You know, worse than any war that happened. Right? And it shall come to Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall be melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. See, that's what proves that what? In Egypt there's going to be civil war. All right? Egypt against Egypt. It says city against city. What is that talking about? There's going to be civil war, or there's going to be infightings within this country. It's already happening. It's already happening. It's just going to escalate. Why? Because the Lord said a kingdom divided cannot stand. All right? So by default, you have a Republican party and a Democrat party, you're already finished. Because you can't come to agreement. And remember, the elite slogan they go by to conquer countries and worlds is to divide and conquer. You know, that's how they create sellouts, because they get a sellout and put a puppet leader in their country to divide that nation by bribing that person to do their will, which is all the will of the beast. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. So guess who's going to be real popular in these days? Not your government officials, you know, but your witches and warlocks, man, soothsayers, tarot card readers, people like that. Not your politicians. They're going to be murdered or hunted down. People in these churches, they're going to try to get answers from you, but you're going to have no answers. The only ones who's going to have the answers are going to be sought out is the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles of GMS and on down. Right? That's where the family of the word is going to intensify, because pretty soon they're going to cut off the internet, man. They're going to delete all our shows. You can't even find shows to restudy. Oh, what does this mean? What does this paragraph mean? What does this scripture mean? What does this breakdown mean? It's all going to be gone and wiped out. This is where the next step of faith is going to come, where the Most High is going to set his apostles, true apostles out, which is men, members of GMS, or really the men who represent Yahweh Shema Shai out there, right, as pilgrims, doing miracles and spiritual power within the Lord, man. Spreading the faith that way. We're going to need power in these times to come. Right? It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into a hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord, and the Lord of hosts. And we see it now. Now, the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them. So it's funny, it could be the Egyptians, which we, Apostle was bring out. Biden could be Antiochus, who knows that, because you can see the horns coming out of his face. He looks like the devil when he speaks. He just made a divisive speech the other day, right, against the Republicans, which is storing up the Republicans of Civil War, man, which is creating a greater divide. They said it was the most divisive speech in recorded history, man, American history, or presidential history. Presidential speech. The most divisive presidential speech. So it could be that king, or who else? This king of England could be, look, America, you're under my rule now, or make some kind of announcement nobody's prepared for. And they're those demons, they're a bunch of devils, that family, man. Bunch of cannibals. Bunch of blood drinkers. And etc. Satanists, really. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord, and the Lord of hosts. Right? Is it not true that there's a new so-called king being declared? And these fucking things creature from Lord of the Rings freaks, what they look like, Resident Evil creatures, the queen and that whoever is calling himself king. They claim that they're from the line of Judah. What a joke. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. Right? The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither and be driven away and be no more. The fishes also shall mourn, and all they that cast angel into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread a nest upon the water shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax, they that weave networks, should be confounded, and they shall be broken in the purpose. And they shall be broken in the purpose thereof, all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Meaning that goes in basically the society, man, that all facets of, there are droughts going on, there are lands drying out, aqueducts drying up, lakes, rivers, and waters that pump water to his homes. You got the Hoover Dam being attacked. You got rationing increasing. You got the crops and farms have been basically annihilated. You got your food being poisoned, man. You got businesses closing down, farms closing down. So that's what that's talking about, man. In all facets, man, everything's going down. All right? Which is going to create famine and food shortages, business, poverty, chaos. Right? It says, surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise, counselors of the Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of the ancient kings? Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what the Lord of hosts hath purposed upon Egypt. The princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, and even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in a vomit. And that's what it is, because basically, man, we're under the, not we, but the society's under the hand and being, your livelihood is under the power, excuse me, man, I can't speak. Your livelihood is in the hand of a few, which are the elites, which are the elite banking families, which is the nation of Edom. And what they have planned for you is ultimate chaos, man. Right? Divide and conquer. The Hellenic dialectic, divide and conquer. And they bring in a solution. And the ultimate solution is going to be the MOTB, which is prophecy. If you don't take it, you're going to be put in a concentration camp and die, man, beheaded. Anybody believes that America is Babylon the Great is going to be put in a concentration camp and be extinguished, man. If you believe in the Bible, you believe in the comeback. If you believe in America's, it's going to be destroyed. This is where it's headed, man. It said, the Lord hath mingled the perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt, in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in a vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And that's proof. The unemployment has risen to astronomical levels since the lockdown, and it's getting worse. People are actually quitting jobs. You got challenges. There's a trend out there that people are just quitting their jobs. Right? There's no work in Egypt no more, man. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear, because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And who's really bringing all this calamity and chaos and the brink of collapse that's happening in America is none other than Yahweh, all right, through his son Yahushai, all right, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the power of the nation of Israel and the creator of the whole universe, man, all right. He's the one that's creating all this mayhem and things just turning upside down, collapsing your society, right? He's the one who's doing it, and he describes the fear of the people in the society being like unto a woman. So we're going to see the woman king rise in these days. Where is she? Right? And that's really, according to Hollywood, the so-called black woman. So we're going to see this woman king, the black warrior woman, right? Which is a goddamn joke. We're going to see if she rises in that. We're going to see that She-Hulk rise in that day. Or the Xena warrior princess rise in that day. Right? That's portrayed in your movies. It's just a goddamn movie controlled by a bunch of faggots, man. That's not reality, man. This is reality that men rule the world, man. And the Most High is going to send the ultimate man here, Yahushai, to put this bitch America down. And it's starting already. So again, that's why the Lord said, in that day shall Egypt be like unto a woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against him. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan and swear to the Lord of hosts. One shall be called the city of destruction. All right, that's it for that. All right. That's it for that. I just wanted to get 16 again, where it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. And this is what time, this is what time we're coming into, man. That we're at the brink of collapse, and we have to keep that fear, of the Lord to make it in these days, man. Don't fear anything else, right? What the scripture say? Don't fear them that kill the body, but fear him that kills the soul and body in hell. So the only things we should be fearing in these days, not the unbelievers, not Esau, the white man, not these militia groups, not anybody breaking in your home, whatever. It's going to get crazy out here, but fear Yahweh B'Shem Shai, because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, is the true treasure. That's going to make, which is ultimately faith, which is going to get us out of these perils that we're approaching now, and just going to escalate, man. So that's it. So we have no other choice but to stay strong and believe in our Lord, rather, while our lives are collapsing and our own personal lives, shit is going on, just shit you just can't make up, man. Everywhere you turn, there's, hell at a scale of 1 to 10 in every scenario of your life. And you really can't do anything about it, but you just believe in Yahweh Shai to get us out of these situations, man. It's going to get worse, but, the Lord's got us, man. He's going to, more dreams, brothers going to have more dreams, your wives going to have more dreams, your kids, whatever. Family members, we're going to be sought out because people are going to see the Spirit of the Lord in us, Spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai. There's going to be more chariot sightings, more things happening, man. So we at the door, all right? And we're going to see how you mighty bitches going to do in these days. That's what I'm really excited about. And not even that, you mighty bitch-ass niggas out there too, man. You scoffers, okay? All right, you men out there too, man. Talking shit, man. The Lord's going to finally visit you assholes out there, man. And he's going to protect the ones that believe, So with that, pray this is edifying. And with that, I will say shalom. All praise to our King Yahweh Shai. The water Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Kal halal Yahweh B'Shem Shai B'Hashem or Kwakadash. The water Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Double honors to the CT bishops and elders of GMS, our big brothers. And shalom to these brothers in this country and all over the world, prophesying in the true name of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. All right? Shalom. Hey, this is a beautiful thing, collapse. This is what we're waiting for. Shalom.